Hi, it's Terry. I have been maintaining 180-pound weight loss with low-carb, low-calorie, meat-focused eating since August of 2022. Good morning. So this morning I used my regular coffee thing. I run it through once and I drink it. I start sipping around. I drink about half of it. So I drink probably about 4 ounces of it. Then I let it cool, and then I run it through two more times. So I run it through on Sunday mornings 3 times. And this is keto chow this morning. And it is half of a serving of keto chow along with 1 tablespoon of my electrolytes. And I think a pump or 2 of one of the flavorings. I don't remember which one. So I take that with me to church because there's a long gap between breakfast and lunch on Sundays. I'm also taking some electrolyte water and then just plain water. This stays in the car. That, I don't know, it might go in, I'm not sure, but this for sure goes in because I don't want to sip on that during kids' church, but I might want to drink a water. So that is for during regular church. So anyway, I know I'm weird. I have my routines, but just call me Sheldon et. So breakfast this morning is my half of a burger and my little wedge of cheese. I put some farm dust on it. Oatmeal from yesterday. I slept really good last night. Didn't have any issues. No idea. That's 2 nights in a row. I'm so stinking excited. I'm excited. But anyway, I kind of got a thing I'm doing. I'm taking, I think I did it, I told y'all yesterday, about 6 o'clock I take gas 6, or maybe it was my mom. About 6 o'clock, I eat supper around 4:30. About 6 o'clock I take 2 gas 6 and 2 or 3 ibuprofen. Because I told y'all there's so much muscle tension and pain up here. So for me, ibuprofen has always helped like with sore muscles. 2 or 3 at 6. And then when I go lay down, about 8:30, after I lay down for a little bit, around 8:30, I take 2 Tylenol. So, that's keeping the pain away. I can even lay on my left side. So I am super duper duper excited. So we'll see what happens. I mean, I'm not curing anything by any stretch of the imagination, but at least I can survive until I get the tests run. Maybe. It was just 2 nights of not getting my hopes up. Anyway, so this is my supper, or breakfast, whatever meal this is. I'll eat that. Sip around on electrolytes. I get to church. I may sip around on this during kids' church. And during grown-up church, I'll sip around on that. I am like a toddler. I gotta have my sippy cup, don't I? It works, whatever. Alright, well, I'll see you after church. Bye. I gotta go grab my Tabitha journal so I don't forget. Alright, bye. Sharon, I do remember that song. Sharon, Bo Baron, Banana Fana, Fofarin, Me, My, Mo Marin, Sharon. Hey, we used to do that all the time. And when we were being naughty, we'd sing Chuck. And my mom knew the words to that song. So all we'd have to do is go, Chuck, Chuck. And mom would be like, girls. And we'd go running and giggling. Oh my goodness, we were naughty. But yep, I remember that song. Terry, Blueberry, Banana, Fana, Fairy, Me, My, Mo, Mary, Terry. Okay, off to church. Bye. Hey, so my mom's not in town, and my church family want to go out to eat. They're at a pretty good place where I might be able to get something. They have chicken wings and things, so we'll see what I can find there. Okay, bye. Got a big chicken salad with grilled chicken and some dressing, and that's what I. So I had a really big chicken salad with grilled chicken, and I had dressing on it. There was bacon, egg, and tomatoes. So, so that was my lunch today, and I did 2 of the fat-free ranches and 1 French. So it tasted good. All right, she wants to go to Aldi, so I'm gonna tag along. Hello. So, I went out to eat with my friend. Her husband, he had surgery, so he wasn't able to come with us to church, and so she wanted to grab something to eat before she went back, and there was a place called Wings, etc. There's not a lot of options there, so I got the less of all. It's like I could have gotten wings, but I'm just not a wing person. I don't like them, and I didn't know if they'd be battered, so anyway, that's why I got that salad. But anyway, so I got that, and I'm going to talk to y'all about church. So I got that salad, but let me here tell you, I'm going to eat this apple as soon as we're done talking. I got that rinky-dink chicken. That's probably like 2 ounces of chicken on there. I know I saw the bacon. Be quiet. There was only 2 ounces of meat on there, bacon, or of chicken. It did not look like very much, and I deserve an apple. Anyway, so kids' church. Let's talk kids' church. I had that this morning. It's so cute. Today they were talking about the Good Samaritan, and so they're asking them who you're supposed to love your neighbor as yourself. So who's your neighbor? And some of the kids are like, my next door neighbor. Some other kids are like, my friends. And other kids like, everybody. So they talked to them about how you should, like the Good Samaritan. Because I don't know, maybe some people don't know that story. And it was a parable by Jesus, and it was about a man who was roaming or traveling, and he got beat up and robbed, and he was laying there on the road, and a fancy priest came by, and he didn't help him. He was like just too good to help him, so he went on by. And then the next one was a Levite, and they're still part of the church. So 2 church people just walked right on by, and then a Samaritan, which they were just kind of low people, like they were not. They were people that they thought badly of, as the people who Jesus was talking this parable about. And so a Samaritan came and helped the man, and so it was kind of a big deal because Jesus was saying, we should love our neighbors as ourselves. And so, in the parable, it was a Samaritan that came and helped the man and put him on his own donkey, and the man walked, and the Samaritan walked and put the man on his donkey and took him to an inn and paid for the man's bandage and care and stuff. So anyway, so that was Jesus telling us to love our neighbors as ourselves. So we talked about that, and it was fun. It was a good time. My duty today, and they said maybe going forward, was so in order to come in, you have to have a sticker, and it has to have your name on it. Well, then if a parent, it prints out 2 stickers. So if a parent comes in and checks in, like Judy, my mom Judy would check in Terri Leist. Well, mom would get a sticker that says Terri Leist, and I would get a sticker that says Terri Leist. Well, before the child is allowed to leave the area, somebody has to stand there and look at the stickers. And it used to just be security, but now there's so many parents, they need 2 people. So they asked if I would help today, and they said it might be something I help with anytime I'm there. So I would have to look at the parent. I'm like, okay, Terri Leist. Oh, the little kid sticker says, okay, bye. So I just have to make sure they match as they leave. So that was my duty today. Anyway, they're doing something. I've never made these, but it's these little race cars. It's the little pine cars. I think like, what are them boys, the Boy Scouts, I think they do pine cars. But they're doing something with them. And so because there's something on March 10th, we're going to do something like, I guess, race the cars. So anyway, everybody gets to go home and take one home and decorate. Well, And the kids are going to be doing it too. So I've got a kit. I'm supposed to build and decorate my car and bring my car ready to race on March 10th. So anyway, so I've got to decorate this car. I don't know anything about decorating. So I emailed my work email and said, go to Hobby Lobby and buy maybe some stickers or, I don't know, markers, paint. I don't know what you decorate these things with, but I bet somebody at work will have done this, so I'll check with them. So anyway, so that's kids' church. Grown folks' church. On next Sunday, I don't know what the date is. I think it's the 19th. Let's see, 11. 19th. I think on February 19th, they're starting the 21 days of prayer and fasting. And there's different types of fasting. But anyway, beside that, they're actually on YouVersion. They did this last year. They had their own devotion book for that time period. And I can download it and y'all can download it. I'll tell you about it whenever it's ready to upload or download. But it's a devotion book. And so during these 21 days, so each day, last year I read it. I didn't read it. I get the YouVersion and YouVersion reads to you. So you can be getting ready or driving and you can listen to somebody reading it to you. I got a pimple right there. It's a bump. It's like, hello, guys. Here's the North Star. It's like almost big as a star of Jesus. That's probably bad. Anyway, so today's topic, they're still talking about getting ready, set, and go. So I go out into the world. Today he was talking about 4 reasons why we need each other. And so he said we are designed for a spiritual family. I got to get this close. Let me look at that. Can you read that chicken scratch? Me neither. We were whoever does the will of my Father. Oh yeah, so they talked about when Jesus was talking to some people and they said, hey, Jesus, your mother and brother's outside. And he said, whoever does the will of my Father are my mother and brothers. So we are united as a family in Christ. Hi, buddy. So the most important relationship we have in life is with God and Jesus. We are why Jesus came to earth, why Jesus died, and why he rose again. We are that reason. So Jesus and his disciples, they went in pairs to share, meaning that we are meant to be together in Christ, not just an individual. And I thought this was interesting. He talked about how Jesus, the lepers were, very contagious, and he actually touched the lepers. He touched the blind men in the eyes, so he touched them. And so he did that to let them know that he touches us even in our sin and in our mess. Jesus will touch us, and he loves us enough to sit in there with our mess with us. When we're saved, we live out our together. When we're saved, we live out our lives together. We're supposed to be participants in God's team to share on earth. We're supposed to be consumers, not contributors. The thing he read was Acts 2, verse 44 to 46. Now all believers were together and held all things in common. They sold their possessions and property and distributed the proceeds to all, as any had need. Every day they devoted themselves to meeting together in the temple and broke bread from house to house. They ate their food with joyful and sincere hearts. He said, not just on Sundays, but every day they spent time with God. Like we can't spend time with each other every day, like go to somebody's house or something, but we can spend time with God. He talked about this word, he's talked about before, koinonia. Koinonia means to share, to fellowship, to partner together, and to suffer together. So then he said that he was talking about how the walls come down around the table. So like men and me, There's just kind of a little small talk. But if we're all sitting around a table, we can just talk about anything. It doesn't matter if we first met each other. If we're all sitting around and eating, it's easy to have, more open conversations. So he was talking about the walls come down around the table. And we are imperfect people serving life together and serving a perfect God. We need others to walk with us, and walking together with each other gives us confidence and support. We need others to work with us. We need others to watch out for us, and we need others to weep with us. So that's where he was talking about we need each other to hold us accountable and to watch our backs. So we all need friends like that, and that's very important. He talked about in Mark, when they came to a place named Gethsemane. Oh, yeah. And Jesus told his disciples, sit here while I pray. He took Peter, James, and John with him. He just kind of went off with those three. And he said to them, he began to be so deeply distressed and troubled. He said to them, I am deeply grieved to the point of death. Remain here and stay awake. So that was the night that Judas was going to do his thing. So Jesus even modeled that he needed his spiritual family, even in his time of sorrow and need and prayer. So even Jesus needed his buddies with him, his closest buddies, whenever he was, really upset. Now, they took a nap on him, but they were still there. We need to be present for each other. Just sometimes we just need to sit and just be near them. Then all our jobs is to love each other and pray for each other. And the big takeaway is the way in which we live out our faith as a spiritual family demonstrates to the world the authenticity of our faith in Jesus. In John 13, verse 34 to 35, I give you a new command. Love one another just as I have loved you. You are also to love one another. I give you a new command. Love one another, period. Just as I have loved you, you are also to love one another. By this, everyone will know that you are my disciples if you love one another. So we're supposed to love each other. And then, that's it. So that was his message today. So we have to love each other as Jesus loved us. And Jesus loves you all, every single one of y'all. He loves us. So I'm going to go eat my apple. And I didn't answer comments much yesterday because I was meal prepping. So now I do have some. Hang on, let me go show you. I'm not going to make this some meal prep video, but I had a family pack of chicken breasts. I tell you, I've got some Greek seasoning. I've got some turmeric. I've got some paprika on there. I got some farm dust, and I got some of that Mojo seasoning my sister left me. So, and then I put some water, and I got on high. And I have a timer set for about 3 hours, and then I'm going to come back and check it. I forgot to cook that yesterday, so anyway, just a little something that I'm going to work on since it's noon, and I figure it should be done by 5 o'clock this evening. Not necessarily for me to eat today, but just I bought it, so I wanted to cook it up. So, okay, bye. Hey, so supper tonight, I got some ground beef. This is something my sister left. It's salt, pepper, and garlic. So I'm just going to put some of this on there because I need to use it up. Salt, pepper, and garlic instead of my farm dust. And then we're going to use some Greek seasoning here. This is the Spice Age. I call it Space Age every time. The Spice Age seasoning. Remember, starting tomorrow, I will not have any more salads. Listen, y'all know it killed me, but I just threw it away because I was too afraid to eat a salad this late at night. Like a bunch of raw veggies. This is some ricotta cheese. I'm not doing a lot, just a little bit of ricotta cheese. Just for a little bit of texture. One more. All right. Just a pinch of ricotta cheese. And then I'm going to use up this Rayo's or use some sun-dried tomato pesto. Instead of sauce, I'm using this. I don't know why. I just am. I don't know why I do half the things I do. Y'all know that by now. So we're going to microwave this. Let me spread this around. And go microwave this. And then, what's this? Butternut squash, I'm pretty sure. So I'm going to microwave these and I'll be right back. Alright, let's eat. So the crock pot, it probably has about another hour. It's still a little pink in the chicken, and I don't let my chicken be pink. My ground beef, yup, but not my chicken. That's good. So I had to have about a handful of tomatoes left. So I dropped those in there. So we have this. This is some butternut squash. We're going to put a little ground cinnamon in there. Just a little. When I did my meal prep yesterday, I did not add any seasonings to, I made a bunch of butternut squash and some sweet potatoes. I didn't add any seasonings because I'm like, you know what? What if I find out that I can't have cinnamon? I mean, I don't know. I don't know these things. So, anyway, so I didn't season anything. So, we got a ground beef with a little bit of pesto, some butternut squash, and some fruit. And that's going to be my supper. And like I said, I'm going to check this in about an hour. I ain't going to show you all that. Just know that I crock-potted some chicken. All right, well, I will see you tomorrow. Bye.